Show. This is episode 1070, and we are here live in Southwest Florida in my garden studio. It is also Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy hashtag Giving Tuesday, and welcome back to another summer 2022 crochet along to make the easy breezy shawl. You can see back here, I will be making another sample this morning. I'm wearing another version this morning as well, and we'll talk about all of that. If you're joining me live, please say hello. I will wait a few minutes for people to pop over from pre-chat and notifications. It's really hot here today. Let me know if it's hot where you're at too. Hi Nora, hi Judy. Hi Judy and Edna. Hi Lori, good morning. Hi Judy, good morning. Hi Marianne and Rita and Carrie, good morning. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy hashtag Giving Tuesday, and welcome back to another episode of the Kristin Omdahl Show. This is episode 1070, and it's also part of our Tuesday Summer 2022 Crochet Along. Hi, Sean, and let's see, I missed some names. Sandra, Rita, Carrie, good morning. Hi, Joe. Hi, Kathy. Good morning, everybody. Hi. Hope you had a good weekend. If you didn't get a chance, maybe you saw that I did another Motivational Monday video yesterday. If you enjoy those videos, let me know. If you don't, that's okay. Hi, Val. Good morning. And I don't think we've spoken live since I released my first knitting course on my website last week on Thursday or Friday, I believe, and it is the first in 5 courses that I will be releasing as a introduction to knitting. Each course is going to have specific skills that you can build upon from the previous course. So the first course was released last week. If you got a chance to download the handout and watch the videos, I would love to hear your thoughts. If you didn't and you're interested, if you're interested in learning how to knit, or maybe you've learned on your own over the years and there's things that you would just like a proper education about, you know, sometimes that's good too. I'll give you an example, which is kind of weird, but I'll give you an example that's separate but similar. I've been teaching myself to play guitar on and off for years on my own, and I'm seriously debating taking some classes now because I wonder if I've picked up some bad habits along the way, and I wonder if there's maybe a more efficient way to get to my goals. My goals are to play a specific type of guitar. I want to play blues guitar, and so I'm thinking that classes might be a good idea for me to learn in the proper sequence of events and maybe learn some efficiency and some organization. So even though it's really tempting to learn on our own with just random videos here and there, taking an actual course by a teacher who's really taken a lot of time to build the courses so that you learn something specific and then build on your skills, it doesn't hurt to do it that way. And it's kind of cool that I can say that I practice what I preach, because I'm doing the same thing with guitar right now that I'm offering as knitting. So I think that that's really awesome. Yeah, a great way to organize your time better, Naomi. Yes, instead of, you know, randomly looking for videos, finding a course that puts everything in an efficient order is really great too. So let me show you. I did bring out the sample that I made for the first course. One of the things that I'm doing differently in this course is using a really thick yarn, and I got to tell you, I absolutely thoroughly enjoy doing it. This is number 6 bulky weight yarn. It's by Lion Brand, called Respun Thick and Quick, and I used 10mm knitting needles to make this beautiful scarf. But it's not just the scarf that you learn how to make in this first course. You're learning 3 different ways to cast on, 4 different stitch patterns, multiple ways to bind off, the knit stitch, the purl stitch, the slip stitch, and then after all that, learn how to make the scarf and how to weave in ends in multiple ways. And then at the end, there's even a couple of chapters on troubleshooting. And as the courses progress, there's going to be more information about troubleshooting. Honestly, troubleshooting could be a course on its own, right? Knitting's different than crochet in that respect, that in crochet you can set your work down and see what's going on. And in knitting, when your work's on the needles, it's a lot harder to see your mistakes and then a lot harder to unravel them because you have to do each one at a time. So troubleshooting ends up being a really important part of it as well. And so I included 3 chapters on that in this part 1 course, and then in the subsequent courses there'll be more about that as well. So there's always going to be so much more, but it's organized, and it's organized to build upon your skills from the previous course. So I'm really excited about it. If it interests you, I'm sure Judy has shown a link, and I will also have links in the video description as well. But today we're going to be talking about the Easy Breezy Crochet Shawl, because that is the crochet along project for the Shawls for Sharing Summer Crochet Along. If you're new to hearing about this, Shawls for Sharing is my new charity initiative all of the proceeds during the summer crochet along of the pattern, the Easy Breezy Crochet Shawl, are going to be 100% donated to charity for the quarter. Each quarter, I'll be releasing a new pattern alternating between knit and crochet, and then hosting a knit along or crochet along for that quarter. And during that time, each of those patterns will be offered for 100% charity donation while it's the featured pattern for the crochet along or knit along. During each quarter, I'll be hosting the crochet along or knit along every Tuesday, and on those Tuesdays I will be talking about different ways to work it up. Maybe there's variations in the pattern, maybe there's different ways we can use the pattern, and also it's a great way for all of us to sit and chat about how we want to donate our shawls, or how we want to donate whatever we want to donate, or maybe we just want to talk about how we pay it forward in our lives and how we do kind things for other people, because I truly believe that the more we talk about positive things, the more momentum we build in our own lives about it. We are stronger in numbers. And if we choose to take our collective energy and talk about positivity and goodness and being kind to other people, I promise you it makes a difference. We start the ripple and it grows out from there. Yay, Naomi's working on shawl number 2. I think I'm working on shawl number 3 now. So I'll show you what my process is. First, I made the original shawl here, which is in 1 ball of mandala yarn by Lion Brand. Let's see, I guess I'll take the scarf down so you can see it. What a lazy little push, right? That shows you how hot I am already. If I don't get up and I just try to lean over and push something, that's a lazy move. And I'm not a lazy person. That tells you how hot I am already. Anyway, so here's the original Easy Breezy Crochet Shawl pattern. That's a 1 ball project and Lion Brand mandala yarn. Then the second version that I made is this adorable beaded headscarf. So this is the same exact triangle, but it's done in a number 2 sport weight yarn called Oh Baby Organic by Lion Brand. It's 100% organic cotton, number 2 sport weight. And I used an E hook. I used a K hook for this shawl here, and I added beads in the middle of every double crochet. Last Tuesday I showed you how I added the beads to it. If you would like a separate tutorial video for how I added the beads to this, I can definitely do that. There have been a lot of questions about, am I releasing the pattern for this? It's this pattern. You can make this with this pattern. It's no big deal. You just make it the size that you want for a scarf, and at the end make 2 ties into the 2 corners of the triangle. That's it. I can talk about it in a tutorial video. I can add some extra notes to the pattern page maybe, but I won't be releasing a separate pattern because it is this pattern. Am I pointing correctly? Does that make sense? If it doesn't, let's talk about it some more, because I want to make sure people realize that it is the same pattern. And that's one of the exciting reasons why I wanted to make such varied versions of the pattern, because I wanted to show you how much value a pattern can have to you when you think outside the box and really think about changing the weight of the yarn and the type of yarn, the fiber content, so that you're changing your hook size, adding beads or not adding beads. Remember, the previous week, I also shared a tutorial video on just how to add the beads into the picots. Remember? So this is another version. You could make that full-size shawl, but just add beads to the picots. And then this version shows you how you can add beads to the entire thing. Do you need me to take it down so I can show you? If you do, just say so, and I'll just keep working on my next version. So this version is going to be a second version of the Easy Breezy crochet shawl in the exact same yarn as that one. And the reason I'm doing that is so I can show you the different ways that we can... Oh, hi, Squirrely. Is so that I can show you the different ways that we can join them together. Hi, Kat. Good morning. Okay, because I think there's going to be some really fun ways. We can definitely do a poncho. We can probably do a ruana or some other type of an open cape. And we're going to have a lot of fun working with both of them to see the different ways that we can join them together to create larger garments. Then, after that, I'll continue showing you how this shawl works up in different weight yarns too. So I'm going to show it in a number... This is a number 3 DK weight. I showed it in a number 2 sport weight. I definitely have a number 5 on deck and a number 6 on deck to show you how it can look different. You know, the similarity, you know, comparing and contrasting the similarities and differences between the same pattern done in a multiple of different ways. And I'm so glad that there's been so much surprise by the beaded headscarf, because that's the whole point of me showing it to you. I want to show you how varied your projects can be with the same pattern. I think it's amazing, and I hope you do too. All right, so does anybody have any questions? Does anybody want me to take the headscarf down? I did bring my ponytail with me because I do have a specific trick that I use for getting my hair wrangled behind a headscarf. So I guess if I'm going to tell you that much, then I guess it's time to take it down and do a little demo, huh? I'll wait to see a yes, though, because if nobody cares, that's fine, too. I'm excited. I love my new beaded headscarf. Did everybody have a good weekend? Did anybody do anything especially crafty? All right, I got a yes. Thanks, Lori. You know, the last thing I want to do is do things that people are just sitting there rolling their eyes about. You know what I mean? So I always feel like I need to ask first. Does this seem boring? Does this seem interesting? I don't know. Okay, so I'll take the headscarf down and show you what I did to set my hair up to do it. And I know some people like to see the visual anyway. So hard to believe that I actually blow dried my hair this morning, right? My hair actually did look cute. I blow dried, I actually flattened my hair with a flat iron, and then I curled up. I have like curtain bangs. They're a little bit short, and I flipped them up because I thought they'd be cute with the headscarf, but it's so dang hot out here that, you know, I've just swept my way through everything. Anyway, so because I curled those curtain bangs, I want them to stay in front here. So I'm gonna pull the rest of my hair very loosely and very sloppily into a ponytail. And the reason why I say it that way is that I don't want it to be hard to pull back out once I get the scarf up. So I'm just gonna try to pull down these wispies that used to be curled this morning, but anyway, whatever. And here's the scarf. Sometimes I think it helps to see things flat as well. Maybe it was hard to see the visual, but can you see now how similar it looks to the original shape? So there's the original, there's the full size, here's the small size of the original, and here's the number 2 sport weight on a size E hook with pony beads. I did the exact same rows, just less rows, and I even did the same edging and I added beads to every center double crochet in the 3 double crochet sections, and then I added double crochets into the picots. Now, I did notice as I was going along that I wasn't going to have, in my assorted color box, I knew I wasn't going to have enough of the turquoise beads to do turquoise on turquoise for the whole project, but I was so excited that it came in a rainbow assortment that I thought, well, why don't you just switch to the stripes now? And honestly, if you want to call it a mistake from the get-go, fine, whatever. It looks, I feel like it's the way it was meant to be. I actually like this better than if it was all striped or if it was all turquoise beads. I love that I start with turquoise and then switch to stripes and then end on turquoise as well. Like, I feel like it's the way it's supposed to be, and I love that. So, made the scarf just normal, ended it on whatever row I wanted to for my scarf, and depending on how big you want your scarf, you can make it bigger than this. You can make it smaller than this. You want to make it for a small child, or for a child, make it smaller than this. You want to make it for someone with more hair than me, make it bigger, or make it a scarf that you want to cover more of your hair and your head. You could definitely make it bigger as well. But it is the exact same pattern, same row, 1 row repeat, same edging. The only difference is that I slip stitched to join into the corners and made chain ties after I finished, just like we did on the barefoot sandals. Same thing. Okay, so now that my hair is loosely pulled back, but my bangs are pulled forward, I did this so that when I put the scarf on, the bangs will stay out. Okay, I wanted a little bit of wispies in the front to kind of break up and bring a little more variation to what I'm doing. Okay, so then I'm going to tie the ties underneath the ponytail. Whoops. Hopefully I'm still on camera. I'm going to tie it under the ponytail. And I found that tying it in a bow and then not tight, but loosely double knotting the bow gave me a nice amount of tension. When I did just the bow, I don't think it was as tight as I wanted it to be, and to do a knot would actually be harder to get back out when you're done wearing it. So I felt like this was the best of both worlds. And so now I can pull the ponytail out easily. And then I kind of zhuzh, okay, the fan's kind of not helping. So then I just get my hair back in place. Now granted, I don't have a lot of hair. My hair is not amazing. If you have amazing hair, this would look so much cuter. Even someone with like a short pixie cut, I think this would be adorable on too, which is something I think about every once in a while. I think I'd regret it, but I kind of go back and forth between getting a pixie cut too. Anyway, that's it. So I've covered the tops of my ears because I feel like covering the tops of my ears and doing this right at my hairline is a good transition for the bangs coming out and then having the hair come behind. But then I kind of play around with it so that there's less of a gap between the bottom of my ears, the bangs, and the back of the hair. Does that make sense? Easy, right? Does anybody have any questions about it? And while I'm waiting for questions, I will continue working on my second version of the original here, because as soon as I can finish this one, I will be able to show you how to combine them together to make garments. All right, has anybody thought much about where they want to donate their shawls? Has anybody finished a shawl yet? Are you planning on donating it to a friend in need? Are you planning on donating it to a charity or somebody that you specifically know? Easy peasy. Karen, the pattern is called Easy Breezy, but yeah, it is easy peasy. I think it's very easy. It's a 1 row pattern repeat, and the edging is also a 1 row repeat. Definitely at the type of project that you could memorize, but I really like the fact that it can be so varied by the type of yarn you use, the type of hook you use. It's top-down construction, so in thinner yarn, more rows, in thicker yarn, less rows, but still the same repeat. Somebody just said they've made 5 and they're donating to the Cancer Center. Wonderful. Wonderful, Lori. Lori's made 2 in donating. Wonderful, Naomi. I'm so glad you brought that up. So, you know, post-pandemic, it is a little more important to call ahead and make sure that where you're intending to donate is accepting donations and or is accepting the type of donations that you intend to share with them. So it's always worth making a call. If you are interested in donating to domestic violence shelters, I do have a very long list on my website of different domestic violence shelters organized by state, and there's some international ones on there too. So if you need any help and guidance for finding a place to donate, I do have some contacts there. But then I would also suggest calling ahead and making sure that they accept them. Yeah, I thought about that too, Rose. I thought about if I did a pixie cut that they do make great wigs now that you can wear your hair long when you feel like it and short when you feel like it. I also think that if I was going to do a pixie cut, I would actually start considering crazy colors too, starting with pure platinum white blonde and then maybe doing some fun mermaid colors. Anyway, I'm not sure if I'm ready for it yet. But I am turning 50 this year, and my birthday's 4 months away, and I'm starting to think about what do I want that to mean. Thanks, Naomi. Yes, you can find it at the Project Kristin Cares page on my website, so it's kristinomdahl.com/PKC. You can find the resources there. Yeah, Lori, that would be so fun. In fact, if your hair's already white, you don't even have to bleach it first to add bright color. That's cool. Yeah, I haven't decided what I'm going to do with my hair, but you know, I would also miss miss braids so much if I had short hair. Ooh, something big's crawling in that tree behind the fence. Yuck. Can the dragonfly shawl be worked into a scarf instead of a shawl? Absolutely, because even though it's not one piece that's a top-down construction, it is 2 pieces that are top-down construction, and then the dragonflies are the way you join them in the middle. So if you made one side of the dragonfly shawl to the size that to half of the size that you want, right? Then you would just make the other half identical, the same size, same number of rows, and then follow the pattern for the dragonfly join. You could absolutely make that any size you want. It follows the same structure, meaning top down, as a shawl like this, so you could absolutely do that. Great question, and keep them coming. I love the questions. Ooh, I have a question for you guys too. I'm having an issue with allergies right now, eye allergies, and my eyes have been burning so badly. Look at this. It's making the skin underneath my eyes, my eyelids down here, it's making it very textured. Can you see how much texture is there? It looks so bad. My skin is normally really smooth. It's not wrinkles. It's this bumpy texture from having really burned skin from allergies. If anybody, I've tried every allergy eye drop, been putting cream on my face like crazy. If anybody has any experience with this, let me know. All right. And before we go too far here, let's close our eyes. Yeah, I do allergy eye drops every day. In fact, last night I ended up buying a more expensive one even. And it's helping with the burning in my eyeballs, but nothing's helping with that crepey texture in my skin yet. Anyway, let's close our eyes and take a little break and relax for 30 seconds or so. If you want to close your eyes with me, I'll count in my head. I'll count in my head, and we can just listen to the sounds around us, and I'll let you know when I open my eyes so I don't leave you hanging. We're going to start right now. Okay. Hopefully you feel a little refreshed by that. I know, I feel like a calmness comes over me when I close my eyes. It really helps me just settle a little bit. I feel like the energy just settles a little bit. Uh, when I use high drops, make sure they're preservative free. Thank you. Also, I wanted to mention I'm taking Allegra every day, and occasionally I'm taking Benadryl at night because I'm getting a rash on the rest of my body. Sometimes I think I'm getting allergic reaction to all the bug bites from being out here at night. Anyway, I don't know. I know that's not the eye issue. The eye issue might be from those trees back there, and it also might be from that makeup that I threw out last week. Anyway, it's taking a long time to settle back down. What else was I going to do? Oh, let's read a quote too. I randomly picked a book. Let's randomly pick a quote. This is good too. Oh, good idea, Naomi. Especially if I got local honey, that might help too. I have a feeling that my allergies really started when I moved here, and there's something here that I am definitely allergic to that I wasn't allergic to back at the old. Create, Share, Inspire Notebook, Volume 1, Issue 6, and it's a good one. This is a Chinese proverb. The one who removes a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. Isn't that great? You can achieve anything you want. Positive attitude, consistency, not giving up, and remember that it's the small steps that build momentum and create something bigger. We talked about this with taking my knitting course today. We talked about this with me wanting to improve my skills in guitar today. We talked about this about something else too. Anyway, I also wanted to mention that this reminds me, I finished writing book 22 yesterday. I stayed up way too late to get the last pages done, but I have all the charts and written instructions done for the whole book. Which means I got to do an unboxing tomorrow. I have all the yarn here that I'm going to use to make all the samples too, and Lion Brand donated yarn for the book, which I'm so flattered and honored that they said yes. So I have my color palette picked out. I have 8 colors picked out. Do you want me to do a behind the scenes tomorrow? We can go live and do that tomorrow morning. If you'd like to see a little bit of the process of me making a book behind the scenes, we can do that. It might be fun. Very exciting. I'm excited. And you know, now that it's the crocheting part, you know what that means, don't you? You may not. It means I can binge watch something good on TV while I work on it. Because when I'm doing handwork, it doesn't require nearly the brain concentration that drawing the charts does, and writing the instructions to match the charts. Those are all really specific, really focused skills that take a lot of brain power. And although yes, it takes brain power to crochet everything too, it's less because it's the 3rd time I've done it, number one. And also I don't know, crocheting is second nature to me. So it means I can watch something on the background too. So if anybody has like an amazing show that you think I need to binge watch, let me know in the comments. Preferably in the recorded comments today, because I won't see the live chat when we're no longer live. Anyhow, thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. Oh, I forgot to mention, in case you're wondering, I'm wearing the Kelly earrings today, and I'm also wearing the Brooke sleeve pattern on this tank top, and I'm wearing all of it with a belt I have to throw out. I just realized this morning this stretchy belt that I love and I've worn for like 15 years is on its last leg. I gotta replace it, but I'm wearing it with that long skirt from Amazon that is so cute. That's cotton. I just love it. I could wear this skirt every day. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed the beautiful scenery behind me. I hope you enjoyed all the different variations of the easy breezy crochet shawl that we talked about. I hope you got a little inspiration from everything else that we talked about today. If you have any questions, please always feel welcome to leave them for me in the comments, because I do get notified from those comments throughout the day. And if you've checked on other videos, you know that I reply to everybody as well. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, click that subscribe button, set up notifications so you'll always know when I'm live, and you always know when I've released something new and exciting here on my channel. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.